Good morning, everyone. So it is not 5:59 a.m. like the bike is saying, but it is 6:59. So I gotta fix that time there. It is pretty windy. It is my first day commuting on this motorcycle, and it's nice because I get to go over the imperfections on the road and not even care. So we'll see how that goes. I've never used this bike for commuting before. It actually still only has about 70 miles on it. Let's see, we can confirm that now. 78 miles. So we'll be commuting, and so far I have not had to put gas on the bike, and it is basically not even at half tank. Still says I have 140 miles on it. It's not at half tank. So I'm pretty pleased that I was able to take the bike out like 3 times. Rode it from the dealer and then twice after that, and haven't had to worry about getting gas. Normally with the Indian Scout I had to get gas every other day at least. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased. It's gonna be my first time. Actually turn the heated grips up a little bit because let's put it on 2. Very nice to have heated grips. So I didn't even wear my winter gloves, and it is 55 degrees Fahrenheit and windy today. So it gets kind of cold on your hands, but having hand guards and heated grips, I didn't think I was gonna need my winter gloves, and I don't. This is nice. So yeah, back to tiptoeing a motorcycle now, which is not the greatest, but it is what it is. You give up one thing and you gain another, right? I mean, if I was probably 3 inches higher, it would be way more comfortable for me getting to stops. But you get used to it. The bike doesn't feel heavy, so when I get to stops, it's actually not bad. Very easy to maneuver. Of course, it's not like an MT-09 or MT-07, but still very easy to maneuver. But it has a lot more comfort than those other bikes, tell you that much. The bike behaves very well at slow speeds on second gear. So I'm gonna hop on the freeway. It's gonna be a bit loud. Probably not gonna do a lot of lane splitting. Maybe when the lane is wider, but I'm not super used to this bike yet, so I'll have to wait on that. Wait until I get more used to the bike. But as you guys can see, the bike has a lot of power. I mean, it takes off very easy, and I'm on road mode. I'm not even on the supposedly fast mode. That's the dynamic mode. Heated grips are getting pretty warm, which is nice. So there are like potholes over here, and on this bike I basically can't even feel them. That's kind of stupid. Doing 70 miles per hour, there's no need for lane splitting. Especially here, because whenever traffic slows down around here, a lot of people will move to the carpool lane even though there shouldn't be on carpool. And a lot of people from carpool will move to the other lane too, so I'll lane split, but if it is slow like this, where I have enough time to stop and I can see that there's no space for the cars to move in front of me, but lane splitting like that guy did, not smart. This guy's oh, there's a car crashed. Yeah, I should have let those guys in. That was my messed up. I should have let those guys in and just slowed down. That was stupid of me too. You know, it doesn't hurt to be nice and just let people in. I went. I think because a lot of times people, they have their blinkers on, but then they don't go because they see a motorcycle. So I try to go to get out of their way, but they were actually trying to go too. So yeah, I should have slowed down. That was on me. That was not them. See how the bike does on this bump here, getting on the freeway. It's a pretty bad bump at the little end of this ramp here. It does really well, as I expected. So I'm gonna do some lane splitting here, but slowly, because I'm not used to this bike yet. Also, the bike doesn't have a loud exhaust, so people can't hear me coming. This is where you gotta be careful, because the left lane is stopped, and then there's a big ass gap in front of this car here. I wanna get on this spot instead of being in the middle, because whenever there's a big gap like that, you gotta be careful. That's when people from the left lane would just jump in. I feel very tall on this bike. Like I'm sitting very high up, like if I was on a car almost. Actually, I'm sitting taller than the cars, as if I was in a truck, I would say. The truck is giving me space, so I'm gonna try to move out of his way. I'm not gonna go here because a lot of people try to move over from the right lane to the left lane here, and with this bike I don't want to get into that, so I'll just wait here like that guy there, because all the right lanes they merge ahead, but this lane here only merges with the carpool, so everybody tries to cut over. Oh, bro, thanks, but I'm kind of nervous on this bike. The guy's giving me plenty of space, but thank you. Get away from this truck. Definitely a very good commuter bike. Of course, it's not going to be as nimble as like an MT-09. Of course, not even close to an MT-07. If you don't care about the comfort that this bike provides and you just need a bike to get through traffic, you don't do a lot of freeway, the MT-07 is perfect. Because you can zip through traffic so easy with that bike. Assuming you live in an area that you can lane split and lane filter, right, like you can in California. So this bike is not even close to the MT-07 compared to that, but the comfort that it gives you, especially when riding on the freeway, very stable, the wind doesn't affect you at all. The MT-07 here it would be like all over the lane just because of the wind, okay, and it doesn't happen with this bike. I'm gonna pass this guy here just because it kind of seems like he wants me to pass him. So, I mean, you give up a few things to gain others, right? So it's not as easy to lane filter as the MT-07, but it's still easy enough for the most part. But the comfort that you get going over bumps, riding on the freeway, it's on a completely different level than a motorcycle like the MT-07. The MT-09 is sort of like a middle ground, but I wanted a bike that would be easier for me to carry some tools, like put a top bag, and be able to do some longer weekend rides too. So I looked for a little bit more comfort than that. Those motorcycles are better for commuters and like rides that you're not going to be on it for over an hour or over 40 minutes. So this one kind of does it all. Of course, not as nimble and easy to lane split as an MT-07, but it is what it is. Very windy, so I don't even know how well the audio is going to turn out. I'm waiting for a taller windscreen that I ordered. It's supposed to arrive next week on Wednesday. I had ordered one, but I ordered the wrong one. Weirdly enough, most of the wind that I'm getting, the buffeting that I'm getting, is from the handguards. So I've never had hand guards before. I don't know if maybe I need to adjust them, but I'm getting buffeting from it. So that's it, guys. It is a good commuter bike. I'm getting some wind buffeting from the handguard. I don't know if maybe that will change once I put a taller windscreen, because then the wind will hopefully maybe cancel each other out. If not, then I might have to try to adjust the handguard. But very nice bike, very comfortable. Going over bumps, being able to stretch my legs. I'm gonna stop for this light. It's not too bad to reach my foot down. I've been riding on road mode. I thought I was gonna just sit on dynamic forever, but I've been riding on road mode and it has been great.